Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2026 BMW X1 M35i. This model is finished off in Portimao Blue Metallic with an MSRP just shy of $59,000. This one has the tech package, Shadowline package, driver assistance package. There's also some M Sport additions as well. And we'll start off with what this is powered by. Underneath the hood, you'll find the 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It's paired to the 7-speed automatic, and it pumps out 312 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque. It's all-wheel drive. It'll do 0 to 60 in just under 5 seconds and a top speed of 154 miles an hour. Now, this model also has a really nice look to it with all of the options, the gloss black too up front, where there's a hidden sensor for distance pacing. You get a forward camera, a large active grille shutter, so that will open to provide additional cooling. There's a dark housing for the LEDs with this wraparound design within the bodywork, and there's also massive inlets in the entire lower section. There's more active grille shutters too, and parking sensors as well. And then some neat indentations in the hood to give it a sporty vibe. This model also has an optional set of 20-inch wheels with that two-tone design, and this has the blue M Sport brakes, so they are body colored for this specific model. There's gloss black for the lower side skirt. It's on the power folding side mirrors where there's a camera and a turn signal. It's on the window trim and the roof racks, and then there's also a full moon roof up top. Now this also has the flush design for the door handles, and then some lines that flow down the side, leading our way to the back here where there's some fins in the upper section of the spoiler. There's the third brake light, wiper blade, LEDs for the lighting, backup camera and parking sensors, and then a quad tip dual exhaust, which this does have remote start, and it will start up very quickly, and then you can use that lock button again to shut it off. You can also use the key fob or the release underneath to gain access to your cargo space. Now the X1 is on the smaller side for the SUV lineup, but it's still pretty practical. You do have a good bit of space in the back where you have some hidden storage there. There's a 12 volt, some storage bins on both sides, and then you can remove this and fold the seats down for even more interior space. And then there's the buttons up top to lock the vehicle and close that liftgate. Now this does not have proximity door handles in back, but you can set it up to where you grab the front doors or you walk up to the vehicle and it will unlock. So it's really not that bad once you have everything set up correctly. Now this has Harman Kardon for the audio. There's also the smoke white interior and then some storage down below. Now with the back seats of this model, they actually recline. So you can pull this strap here, go all the way back. You can lock them up a little bit more if you need to, and then you can fold them flat as well. So for this smaller vehicle, it makes it a lot more comfortable to be able to recline these. And at 5'10", I'm pretty comfortable. Now there's no storage pockets, but you have vents, auxiliaries, some storage down below. And then you also get the armrest with cup holders. And then I have about 2 inches or so of headroom, so I could ride around town, maybe go on a short trip. It's not super spacious, but it's enough for adults to be in the back. Now there's memory seating adjustments, window controls, side mirror adjustments, and then a storage down below, and then the automatic front seats. There is one manual adjustment for the leg support, and you can use that as needed. Now as we hop in, we're great with a solid M steering wheel, massive paddle shifters on both sides. There's cruise control settings on the left, and on the right side, there's volume, music, voice commands, Bluetooth, and then you can go through this digital gauge cluster. So we'll start off with the head-up display, where you have a few different angles to go through, depending on what you'd like to see. You can also adjust the layout of the screen too. And then you have a lot of content to scroll through. So depending on what you'd like to see while you're driving, you have a few options there. Now there's headlight adjustments, ambient lighting, one air vent, leather for the dash, and then with the infotainment system, you have some shortcuts on this left side, so you can quickly get to all of this, and then you have some in the lower section. Now this does not have the large rotary dial and the shortcuts down below, so it is strictly a touchscreen system in order to get through all this information. However, with the voice commands, that is definitely helpful as well to get some of your standard features set up while driving. You have the home screen here, and then you can get into climates, the heated seats, heated steering wheel, and temperature adjustments. There's one air vent underneath that. Your passenger has 2 on that side. There's wireless charging, cup holders, auxiliaries, and storage. Now you also have a little bit of storage in the armrest, And then you have a shortcut to the camera system. Obviously, you can put it into reverse or drive in order to gain access to the camera system. And then you also have the backup assistance, and you have a few shortcuts that you can look at. You have a lot of angles here in order to see around the entire vehicle. And I just put it into reverse, where now we have that camera angle, and you can go through the entire view here, which is very helpful. There's also sport mode, and then e-brake is park. Now there's volume and tuning, auto hold, and then you have a few different modes. So you can get into sport mode, where everything turns red. You'll get a little bit more throttle response. You also have efficiency, and then some of these I would say are a gimmick, like digital art. Turns everything purple, and it actually will open the sunshade too. So just depending on the mood that you are in and what you would like to see, you have a few different settings there to monitor. You can also get into your driver assistance and the drivetrain and chassis. This is how you can turn on and off iconic sounds and your deactivation for the engine start stop. So you can go in and do that. You also have a locking glove box, and then garage door buttons, dome lights, and controls for both the sunroof and sunshade. And then here's a look at visibility, where it's pretty easy to see over both shoulders for this smaller vehicle. And still in sport mode, second gear, here we go. And quick acceleration, but we're up to speed. This has a lot more potential, of course, than what I will be doing today. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the X1. I like that while this is on the smallest side from BMW, so we really have the X1 and the X2. Those are the smallest two. They just have a different exterior body shape, so more of a coupe versus the SUV with the X1 here. You still sit up high. So again, if you're not looking for a sedan or a coupe, you have a good seating position here. And at 5'10", I have 3 inches or so of headroom, and that's about as far as the seat goes down. So you could be taller than me and still fit in this seat. Not sure about your backseat passengers if you were over 6 feet tall in the driver's seat here, but you could still fit in this smaller vehicle with its overall design. Got some pops in that, either the exhaust or mainly the iconic sounds, which again, you can shut off. So if I just click on that button there, it's going to get a lot more quieter. So you can't even hear any of that. So it really just depends on your driving for the day and what you would like to have as far as the exhaust note goes. But again, it's a super comfortable vehicle to drive. You get basically an M Sport version, so it's not an M competition, not a true M car. But if you're looking for some performance in your vehicle, you still want something that's practical for daily driving, gets good MPG, but has some of those sporty characteristics. It's certainly a great option to go with. And it's a vehicle that you can just daily drive and have a lot of fun with. So that's going to wrap it up for the 2026 X1 M35i. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Charlotte for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.